Just before I close the door, my son says, "Dada, when will you die?" Then I open the door again. It was the scariest thought when I imagined the unknown state of consciousness after death. I remember my young response and exactly where I was when a parent discovered me crying, reassuring me that I'm much too young to worry about such things. During our discussion, my son predicted that I would die in the next 6 hours, which I found humorous and assured him it was unlikely. He wasn't quite having the existential crisis like I was having at a young age, but I knew something could be taught here. And as it turned out, not just from me to him. At some point, my son learned that Jesus died on a cross. He's been bringing that up every once in a while recently. Today, he had put together 2 sticks and said, as a helpful gesture, he was making a cross for Jesus. And tonight, as I sat with him to discuss death, the resurrection, and the nature of the body and the spirit, to my astonishment, he compared using this analogy. Our bed is like the cross. We go to sleep and come back to life again. Indeed, it is true. We lie down to sleep in the earth and we await the return of the sun when we will rise in the morning of the resurrection. It's the message of Easter. It's the promise of all things lost returning. I asked him, "Does it scare you talking about dying?" And he took me by the face and said from his bed there, "No, Dada, I'm only scared of monsters." I said, the Book of Mormon talks about that. I then told him about this verse of scripture that ties it all together. "Oh, how great the goodness of our God, who prepareth a way for our escape from the grasp of this awful monster. Yea, that monster, death and hell, which I call the death of the body and also the death of the spirit." Then he said he needed a drink of water so that all of his sweat goes away. I obliged, and we said goodnight.